Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing some more trucking in American Truck Simulator. We're running a load from Denver to Sheridan, Wyoming today, and the truck that we have up on deck today is the Freightliner Cascadia. The cab is the 72-inch Sleeper RR. We are rocking the Cat C18 800, so it's an 800 horsepower engine. We are running the 6x4 long chassis with the 240 gallon fuel capacity. We're running the Eaton Ultra Shift FO 22E 31 18B VXPR 18 speed transmission. We're running the Goodyear G29 MSA on the front and the Goodyear Fuel Max SSD Duraseal on the rear. So this truck is built for heavy hauling. It's to take what you need to take when you need to take it. Doesn't do so well with normal loads. Does really well with flatbeds, low boys and stuff like that. So that's the type of stuff we're gonna be taking today. So go ahead, sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and let's get into it. Now, I wanted to take this time to point out a couple of things about the interior and how mods work. Now, with American Truck Simulator, you do get things that you can put in that are not from mods and from things from SCS. And then you have the mod game. And so as you see here, I've got a couple things in this truck that are mods. The interior lights up red, obviously, that's a mod. You see my Genshin figurine, she's a mod. My Minion air freshener, he's a mod. That cup is a mod. The cat on the seat is a mod. The Death Star is a mod. Mods are incredible in this game. But I wanted you to see the truck lit up at night. Beautiful, beautiful truck. We're gonna go ahead and take off. We're picking up at Coca-Cola. Another mod, Real Companies. This game is amazing as far as mods go. So I want to go ahead and one more look at this truck. It is beautiful. I love this paint job. The paint job is incredible. But we're going to go ahead and fire her up. Before we do that, we're going to adjust the seats, because every time you get into a new truck or you switch trucks, the seats, you have to adjust them the way you want to sit. And so I've got to adjust the seats. I don't need to be that high up over the dashboard. I'm a pretty tall guy as it is. Do kind of want to back out a little bit and kind of get this eye level down a little bit better. And I think that's going to be it. Yep. Fire on up. And we ready to get on up out of here. Cat purrs. That cat purrs. Cat purrs. All right, let's get out of here. Head over here to Coca-Cola. Get on out of here. As you see in this video, I already have my mirrors up. That's for good reason. Had to have them up. It's just gotta be there. I don't have access to my side view mirrors without turning the camera, so have to look left and right using my mouse, and then I'll adjust my view back to regular, and I have them up. But it's only when I'm recording. As you see here, I got a picture up of how I play when I'm not recording. I play with 3 screens, so I'm able to have, I see my left rearview mirror, and depending on the truck, I can have them both or not. So when I'm on a single screen though, this truck, the interior is so wide that you actually can't get the rear views, so, or the side view mirrors. So that explains that there, why those are up. I am looking into the Tobii Eye Tracker 5. I have seen it. I saw the price. I almost spit out my coffee. It's pretty expensive, $270 US dollars, but it's worth it. It is so worth it to just be able to turn my head, and it works for more than just American Truck Simulator, man. It works for FPS games. What? Just look at what you want to shoot and it's aiming for you. You ain't got to do nothing else. Just look. Oh my God. Working Call of Duty. No, I'm just playing. But I am looking into it. I am going to pick up the eye tracker, and that way, you know, when I need to look out, I just turn my head and we look out, and you know, we keep it moving. I'm able to just look over and see into my rear, my side view mirrors and stuff like that. So I am looking into that. But continuing on over here to Coca-Cola.
Keep right, then turn right. Turn right.
So since coming back to ATS and checking out all of the new stuff that's been added, they've reworked California. They've done a lot of cool things with the game. I've enjoyed just watching it again and playing it again and just driving in it again. I never lost that part of the enjoyment. It's just so many games came out, and I was like, well, I want to play these games. So, of course, those games, ATS had to take a back seat. But since I have refired it up, taking a look at the map and all of the places I haven't been yet, it's amazing. Like, I want to really get every place on the map and discover every place on the map. I do want to start implementing the photo game. I think that would be absolutely incredible. Another thing too is what I've learned about modding is it's cool to have these mods, and you have to pay attention. One thing with this profile, I didn't pay attention to where I put the mods, and it messes with the performance a little bit. I've done a couple other profiles and added mods, but read, you know, instructions on the mods, or gone to the Steam Workshop when it says visit the Steam Workshop to figure out how the mods work. I had to do it because, you know, the performance, like this game is 8 years old. I play on a pretty high refresh rate monitor. My frame rate shouldn't be as low as they are. So in these other profiles, I'm at 120 frames. That's where I set it, because it doesn't need to go higher than that. I still need overhead in my computer, and the more frames you push, the hotter your computer gets. And so my computer will be screaming a lot of the time, and so, you know, I kind of tamed the frame rate down. To be honest, you're only watching it at 60 frames per second. So, you know, running it faster than 60 frames kind of just ensures that that overhead is there and we don't have stutters in the video, which is cool. But going back to those other profiles, those run pretty much locked at 120. You know, it'll go 119, 120, and that's just your 1% lows. But, you know, it pretty much stays locked. Ultra settings with no issues with how I set the mods up, paying attention to that part. So when you're doing your mod thing, just make sure you're paying attention, you know, to where you put your mods. If a mod says it has to have high priority, make sure you're putting it in the high priority place. Therefore you get, you know, you maximize, you know, the performance. And things work as intended. So I'm not going to flip any of the mods or anything around here in this one. In this profile, I'm going to leave it the way it is and keep trucking. But ideas that I do have on the
turn right.
Ideas that I do have for content around ATS, because it's a lot of things you can do. I have been experimenting with a couple of mods with economy and XP, just because when you play regular vanilla, it takes a very long time just to even work up to get your own truck. Like, you can't get to your garage till you get a truck. And so now that they've implemented used trucks and loans, yeah, sure, but you know, you take out $100,000 loan, and then they want, you know, like $5,000 a day. Like, you're not making $5,000 a day. That's just not happening. There's no way there. So it takes a really long time. So there, of course, are mods that will help with that. Also, real quick, you saw that train just go by? Funny story about that. I'm driving, just trucking along, and I get to the train tracks, and right as I'm getting to the train tracks, all of a sudden the thing goes ding ding, and I get crunched by an invisible train. So even though I'm right at the train tracks when that thing went off, instead of it allowing me to pass through, it crashed me out so bad that I had to repair before I could continue on. So be mindful of them trains. You hear train things, the train bell start ringing, stop your vehicle, because yeah, you will crash. You will crash and burn. Crash and burn.
Go straight.
Looking back, my last ATS video actually did better than I thought it would, and so I just wanted to take the time out to thank those that took the time out to click on the video and watch. I absolutely appreciate it. That's all I can ask for, man, is engagement and whatnot. And so if you enjoy my content and you enjoy what I'm doing, it would be so much appreciated if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me, man, because
Go straight.
that's the best way to grow, right? Best way to grow. And I'm, you know, looking at more ways and more things to do with content on the channel. Things are it's kind of fleeting right now. I kind of get an idea and I'm like, yeah, I just don't know. And a lot of it too, a lot of times is self-doubt, and I have no qualms with admitting to that. A lot of times it's self-doubt. What if they don't like it? But I won't know unless I try it. And a lot of stuff that I put up, the engagement has been a lot better than expected. So I kind of feel like, you know, with what I saw with that first video out on the new channel for ATS, the very first video and what it did, I'm absolutely thrilled with that. And so it kind of gave me an idea to, you know, make content on ATS. We'll figure out more games and whatnot. There's still a lot more games I want to play, but I'm having a ball with ATS right now, so I'm gonna kind of keep it at that. So go ahead, and we're heading on I-25. We're heading to I-70 first, and we'll be getting on I-25. And the bulk of this trip really is from, you know, here to there is one highway, except I-70 to get over to I-25. So we're gonna go ahead and get on this highway. You guys can see the power that's in this truck and how much of absolutely no sense it makes to have this much power in this truck.
Keep right.
I also like that it's quiet ride on the inside. It's not as loud as a lot of other trucks. The one profile that I started,
Keep right.
that truck is pretty loud on the inside, but it's also a day cab. So, you know, that also is why, you know, as with this, it's got a sleeper on it. So, you know, the exhaust pipes are behind the sleeper. So I've got plenty of room between me and those exhaust pipes. So that explains that. But now that we have hit the highway, and I've pretty much said everything that I need to say right now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the hammer down, because it's only time to put the hammer down. And don't worry, I won't be really speeding up any parts of this video. This video was short enough as it is, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving, guys. But go ahead and enjoy this trip up to Sheridan, Wyoming, going up I-25, leaving Colorado. So I've been thinking, as I said, about different content that I want to do for the channel. I am in preparation for a podcast. I do want to start a podcast. I am looking for a co-host to do the podcast with. I already have a name for the podcast. I'm thinking of the logo and the art for the podcast. That's one thing that I'm thinking about doing. As far as games I'm playing right now, games I'm absolutely enjoying, games that I think are trash, because there are games that are trash, let's keep it a buck, things like that. But because this is an ATS video, specifically with ATS, some things that I was thinking were I do an owner-operator account, strictly vanilla, so no mods whatsoever. I'm thinking of doing a profile like that and doing a series like that, and then I'm thinking of doing an owner-operator series with some mod help as far as XP and economy goes. I do want to do a realistic economy profile and do content on that. And I do want to do one where it's just balls to the wall with money. Not worried about the XP, but basically 4 trips will get you $1 million type of stuff. So let's go ahead and have a comment exercise. And what type of stuff would you guys like to see as far as ATS content? And I'm getting ready to get back on this road here. I'm getting ready to ride right on back up this highway. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What other type of stuff we can do, to make the content fun and whatnot. And I'm listening, all ears. Talk to me, I'll talk back. Y'all know what I say. But let's go ahead and keep heading on up this highway. Beautiful day to be driving. Luckily, again, caught another one during the day, which can't complain about that at all. Love to do these day drives because you are able to see so much more of the game, obviously when it's daytime, and how much effort that they put into how the game looks. That is it's just incredible. Because every time I play it, whether I play it on 3 screens or just want to do content, I'm always in amazement of how well they drew this game. So moseying on up the road here. We're in Wyoming now. And you know how Wyoming is. More of the same, just flat, but beautiful country. I will say that. Do know that it is home of Yellowstone, and I need to find it so that I can take a picture with the truck at Yellowstone. Like I said, these are different things that I want to do and showcase. So as we continue to mosey on up and continue to make our way to this drop off, man, the ride in this thing is so quiet. And speaking of, real quick, I will just throw in, if you guys noticed, I did throw my wheel cam in. I'm experimenting with that, not just to do it for videos, but also to do it because I do plan to stream ATS again. I haven't done an ATS stream in a long time. Once I figure out how to get those videos off my old account and bring them over here, I'm gonna do that. But as you see, it's not a lot of movement in that steering wheel, man. This ride is super smooth, especially on these Goodyear tires. Physics are amazing. But let's go ahead and keep moseying on up this road. So I was speaking with my fiance the other day, and she was asking me about some things that she has seen in another creator's video. Shout out Modded ATS. I watch. I am subscribed to the channel. And I watch his content a lot. Him and Jeff Faviano, I believe is how you say it. I watch those two a lot, do content. And you know, she noticed that they have shifters, and she said to me, because I had said to her about getting the eye tracker, and she thought I was talking about the shifter that she saw, and I said no. I said they do make the kit, and so I might just have to get that kit now, because she's kind of like, why don't you got it? And so I'm gonna go ahead and get the kit sooner or later. It's not that expensive. And then you know, I would just have to get the shifter kit from SCS, so that I can shift the bigger trucks and start practicing that. It's always something to learn playing this game, which I think is absolutely incredible. Couple other things I was talking about, you know, doing different profiles to do on the channel. And like I said, I've been messing around with that economy versus XP thing, and I've got a couple of different mods. One is just for the XP, and I think it's absolutely outrageous. I did 2 jobs and was level 70. Like, how do you get 200,000 XP just for parking the car? Come on, man. I think that's just way out of whack. I am on the lookout for more of those type of mods. You know, it's more money than it is XP, really. The XP is really just so that you can get your skills up, you know. And if you're simulating it, you know, and you're starting from a newbie to, you know, you've been on these roads and putting a lot of miles down, you know, you kind of want to have that progression go a little bit slower. After my first trip, I was able to max out every single skill, so it made no sense. I went from newbie to king of the road, and from king of the road to legend. Like, my original account, I still haven't sniffed legend, so that was kind of crazy to see. But I would love to, you know, try to find that balance where you can, you know, maybe instead of 1 skill, you can get 2 skills per level up, you know, something like that. But the money, at least double it, you know. So if it's 1,000 a trip, you can make it 2,000 a trip. You know, I wouldn't even be opposed to a jump like if it goes from 1,000 to maybe 3,000 a trip. But you know, the higher you level up also determines, you know, how much is offered to you on a trip. So that's another really cool thing. These folk driving like they crazy around here. But yeah, that's another cool thing. It's just getting a balance so that it feels like the time is, you know, the reward is worth the time put in, if that makes sense, you know. And then dealing with the realistic economy as well, because there's a mod for that with realistic fuel prices and all of that stuff. So I also have those mods too, and I'll be experimenting with that as well. But you know, after everything is said and done, you know, I'm absolutely thrilled, you know, with even the amount of progression that's been made since, you know, last playing the game, you know, mid last year. So, you know, no complaints from me whatsoever. But I'm gonna continue on with the Mosey. We'll continue on with the Mosey. I want to take this time to thank everybody for sticking with me through this video. I had an absolute wonderful time. This drive was so relaxing. I sat back in my seat for the most part of it and, you know, just rode up the road, man. Couldn't have asked for a better recording. No shenanigans, which I'm finding less and less of the shenanigans nowadays. We are so close to this drop off.
Turn right.
This is why I need that eye tracker, because sometimes I hit the mouse and that thing will just shoot off wherever it wants to go. But I mean, could be worse. I could have no mouse whatsoever. No way to look except the directional pad on my steering wheel, to be honest with you.
Left turn ahead.
Also can say too, I've been working on my backing up and parking, and I'm getting a little better at it. I can't wait to get it, you know, inside the cab. That will be the most awesome. I'm still doing it from outside, and of course with this one I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit for the first part. The second part I did keep regular speed, but the first part was so bad, and after watching it back I can absolutely pick out where I went wrong, and I'll point it out in the video. I got no shame in my game. I'll point it out. Let's get up here and go ahead and let these folk know we here, and we can drop off this cargo, these couple of forklifts that we brought up from Denver. Sheridan discovered another butte. Let's get those discoveries in. We want the most XP, so we gonna do what we need to do to get it. So like I said, I gotta speed it up because it's just ridiculous. But here, let's point out what happened. We can point out what happened. Here's what happened. I pulled way too far to the right. If I was looking out the windshield, it would be to the left. And overcorrection just happened so hard. I said, you know what? I can do better. And so what did I do? I did better. So this is what I should have did from the jump. This is how close to that pole I should have been from the jump. I'm just gonna keep it a beam with you, man. That's what it should have been. This truck looks beautiful, and we effortlessly pulled this haul hauled this load up the road. We get to the end of the video, man. I could barely speak. Barely speak. So it's a couple of things. It's identifying where I have to go to park, and once I'm able to identify how to park it, you know, then it's speedily parking it without destroying anything. I would like to do this a lot faster than this, for sure. But, you know, as you're learning and practicing, and eventually you get it like this. Pull this puppy up, and we've done it. We've done it, guys. We've done it. We've done it. So we're now here at the end of the load, man. Thank you guys so much, man, for rocking out with me. I couldn't thank you more. I couldn't be more appreciative of all the love and support that I get, man. And you know, once again, another successful trip up the road. We made it. King of the road, guys. King of the road. But anyway, having an absolute blast playing ATS. And you know, now because we're getting out of our slow period, and I know I didn't do a lot of content through it. I've been dealing with a lot of me issues, and you know, I'm coming through the other side of it. And right as I'm coming through the other side of it, we're beginning to get busy again. It's beginning to warm up. So as we warm up, you know, business picks up. So I'm once again gonna try and put together a schedule so that I can release videos and stream, because at the end of the day, I want to get more consistent with this. That's what matters most, becoming consistent with this, not thinking so much about is the content gonna suck, but just do it and see what resonates with the people. Remember, like I said, everything always seems to be better than what I expected. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for being up to the task of running this load up with me. Absolutely appreciate it. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. So please remember, guys, love is life and life is laughter. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.